Train to Busan is like the most perfect zombie movie ever made. While watching this movie, one can learn about sacrifice, love, compassion, and this movie also portrays how people show their true nature at times. So, let's dive in. In the first scene, we see a truck driver approaches a quarantine area. Sometime later, he tries to pick up his ringing phone while driving and accidentally hits someone on the road. He gets out of the truck and finds that he has run over a deer. But soon, he drives away from that place. But then, he sees the animal comes back to life. Seok-woo is a cynical workaholic fund manager. He is a divorced father who has the custody of his daughter but always so busy and tend to her daughter. Soo-an, his mother, takes care of his daughter. Soo-an wants to visit her mother in Busan the next day on her birthday. As he has some work, he doesn't want to let her go alone and ask her to wait a week until he has less work so he can take her to Busan. But knowing how hurt her daughter is missing her mother, he decides to take her there. They go to the train station. At the station, the train to Busan prepares to leave. Other passengers include Sang-han and his pregnant wife Seong-kyung, an officer Yeon-suk, a high school baseball team including player Yong-guk and his cheerleader girlfriend, elderly sister In-gil and Jong-gil, and a traumatized homeless man hiding in the bathroom. Before the train leaves, an injured girl enters to the train. She has a bite on her leg and is in pain. She walks through the train and passes out, but no one seems to notice. Suan wants to go to the bathroom but runs into Sang-hwa, who is guarding his wife's door, and tells her to take the next bathroom to someone else. A train attendant finds the bitten girl having seizure and immediately calls her boss for help, but the bitten girl stands up, completely transforms into a zombie. Her boss runs to the car when she doesn't answer, and Suan steps into the bathroom. The zombie girl bites the attendant, scaring the others. Next, the baseball team is attacked and the attendant also turns into zombie. So are others. All hell breaks loose. The captain tells the passenger to run from the next car. Meanwhile, Seok-woo is looking for his daughter. But before he finds her, he notices something happening in other car. Suan also hears screams. People run past them both and the father watches as the zombie attendant attacks the chief, and the chief quickly turns into zombies. Soon, the infection spreads rapidly in the train. Seok-woo finds his daughter and grabs her and runs as a mountain of zombies chases them all over the train. Sang-hwa tells his pregnant wife, Seong-kyung, to hurry when he noticed something going on. The woman in front of them is bitten by a zombie, and at Seong-kyung's command, he tries to help but is attacked. He locks the zombie in the bathroom. He tells his wife to run, but other zombies soon arrive. Seok-woo gets to the door and closes it on Seong-kyung's face. Sang-hwa is able to find off the zombie, and finally, on her daughter's request, Seok-woo lets them inside the car before the zombies attack. Seok-woo figures out that they were attacking when he saw them. So Seong-kyung covers the door and effectively claims the zombies down. The conductor announces that they want to stop at the next city, so Yeon-suk talks to him on the intercom, asking if he even knows what's going on the train. He says the order came from the command center. Seok-woo gets a call from his mother because she's worried about them. He tells her to take care of her daughter. Seok-woo then realizes through phone that her mother is attacked by zombies and has turned, but doesn't tell Swan. The train slows down and people from the station is passed start banging on the windows for help as the zombies attack and eat them. In a public announcement, a government official informs citizens that volunteer riots have broken out in several major cities, resulting in many deaths. The government closed many large areas. People on the train check social media and see videos of people being attacked. The bulletin continues to inform citizens about the declaration of a state of emergency. The people on the train close the door and are moving in the opposite direction. Seok-woo scolds the girl for being selfless and tells her that she has to take care of herself first in situations like this. Another message from the conductor tells them that they are stopping at Daejeon station, where the military has been sent to secure their train. Seok-woo overhears Yeon-suk asking someone on the phone which cities can be entered, and it seems the city they live in isn't listed. Seok-woo calls a customer who he thinks can help. He says they will be quarantined when they get there. When Seok-woo tells him that his daughter is with him, the man says to not go to the main square. Rather, they go to the east square. Later, the train reaches the station where the army is supposed to be waiting, but no one is there. Yeon-suk pushes his way out first. Everyone else follows, including Seok-woo and his girl. The rest of the kids from the baseball team get off the train with baseball bats. Yeon-suk tells the conductor the Busan is one of the only cities open. He tells the conductor to dismantle the zombies car, but it cannot be done. The conductor agrees that they should go straight to Busan but want to bring passengers back before the train. At the same time, passengers enter an empty station. Seok-woo arrives at the secluded area with Soo-an so they can go to the East Plaza. The homeless man follows them because he overheard them. Soo-an wants to tell the others but her father won't let her. As the other passengers descend the escalator, Sang-hwa notices something strange at the station. When the passengers reach the bottom of the escalator, it is revealed that the army has completely transformed into zombies. The zombies run to attack the passengers. Sang-hwa sees this happening just in time and takes his wife to stairs so they can escape. Seok-woo, who has going through the east square, also sees zombies appear to attack. Seok-woo runs back to Soo-an, who is almost eaten, but is saved by Sang-hwa. Seong-kyung catches her and they run away together. Seok-woo struggles to get the zombies off him when the homeless man helps him and run for the door. Seong-kyung, Soo-an and others are almost on the train waiting for other passengers. And suddenly, zombie falls in front of Song-gil. Seong-kyung and Soo-an lead the other sister in the opposite direction as the zombie chases them. Jong-gil is saved by an attendant and a cheerleader. They catch the train on time. Other sister, Seong-kyung and Soo-an get into another car and let the homeless man in before the zombies get to him. The train is surrounded by zombies, so Yeon-suk tells the attendant that they have to go if they want to survive. The cheerleader wants to wait for another passenger, but the attendant calls the conductor and tells him to leave. Meanwhile, Sang-hwa finally locks the door, but the zombies breaks through the glass as the men flee. They run and catch the same train moving. Meanwhile, the conductor calls the control center and asks if there is an open route to Busan. He was advised to continue there, but asked to be notified. Seong-kyung and the others are trapped between two zombie herds. They try to hide themselves in a toilet, but a zombie attacks them and other zombies follow. Meanwhile, Seok-woo tries to reach his daughter when he suddenly hears Sang-hwa talking to his wife on the phone. She tells him that they are trapped in the toilet of the 13th car. The baseball player tells them that the other passengers, including his girlfriend, are on the 15th car. And they, meaning Seok-woo, Sang-hwa and the baseball player, are on the 9th car. They prepare to save others. Sang-hwa plans their strategy, placing himself in front, the boy in the middle, and Seok-woo behind. They wait until they go through the tunnel, as the zombies can't see in the dark. Sang-hwa starts killing zombie with his bare hands, and Seok-woo helps him from this side. The boy uses his baseball bat as a weapon and they fight as an unstoppable team. The next car is full of zombie baseball players and the boy, seeing his friends as zombies, freezes. Sang-hwa pushes him away and fights the zombie. Seok-woo finds one of their bats and tries to fight them. Suddenly, they pass through another tunnel and the zombies start behaving strangely. Seok-woo makes a sound with his bat, to which the zombie follow and run away. The train passes the tunnel just as they go through the doors and the zombies attack again. They are resting between cars when Seok-woo gets the idea to use their phones as decoys. When the train passes through the tunnel, they get into the car in the dark when the zombies can't see them, and Seok-woo throws Sang-hwa's phone in the back of the car. The zombies rushes to it, so they flee without a fight. They reach the restroom and everyone is happy to see each other. Now, Seok-woo has figured out how long they have until the next tunnel, and the boy texts his girl in the 15th car. The cheerleader is happy that his boyfriend is alive, so she shares it with the others. Of course, Yeon-suk doesn't like them coming because he thinks they might get infected. Other people seem to agree with him. As the train enters the tunnel, everyone comes out of the toilet. But now they have to figure out how to get past the zombies. Everyone crawls through the luggage racks. Seok-woo distracts the zombies and they move on the next car. The homeless man slips and falls behind the seat, and Seok-woo goes to help him. They are both stuck in the car as the train passes through the tunnel. Seok-woo and the homeless man run to save their lives while the zombies attack. They continue to make it through the door. Sang-hwa holds it closed, resisting the zombies from entering into the car. The baseball player calls his girlfriend in another car. The people in the 15th car sealed the side of the door and prevent the girl from helping her boyfriend. Seok-woo goes to help Sang-hwa. Meanwhile, the boy tries to break down the other door, and suddenly a zombie bites Sang-hwa. Sang-hwa realizes he will be turned into zombie. Asks Seok-woo to take his pregnant wife and leave. And Seok-woo says he is sorry because early he was not letting them enter the car. This scene is so emotional. And finally, they break the door of another car. Meanwhile, the Jong-il's sister was attacked by a zombie. Yeon-suk says that Seok-woo is infected and the attendant tells them to move in the hall. The passengers of the car 15 tell them to get out. The cheerleader doesn't want to stay with him, so she goes with the baseball player. Seong-kyung tells Suan that they should go too, and Seok-woo follows. Others sealed them in the hall. Jong-il sees his zombie sister on the other side of the door and opens it before anyone can stop him. Car 15 passengers are attacked by zombies. Seok-woo finally speaks to his daughter. He says he is taking her to her mom's for her birthday. Later, Seok-woo receives a call from his assistant, who tells him that Busan has the best defense of all the cities. He also says that the virus came from one of their companies. Seok-woo tells the others that they need to move and find their way to Busan. The train suddenly breaks down. The conductor announces that he will find another train to take the rest of the people to Busan. He finds an empty one and moves it. Yeon-suk and the attendant are stuck in the toilet. He tells the attendant to go first and pushes him into the zombies to escape. At the same time, a burning wagon crashes into the train containing the survivors and separates them. The baseball players gets the cheerleader on the train, and when she tries to break down the door, Yeon-suk walks in, sacrificing the girl to the zombies and leaving the baseball player to fight them. He runs away and the boy gets rid of the zombies. The girl turns to zombie in his arms and bites him. Meanwhile, Suan wakes up Seok-woo. The two of them, Seong-kyung and the homeless man, are trapped under the zombie car. They find a way out of the trap. The homeless man sacrifices his life to save the girl and the Seong-kyung. On the other side, Yeon-suk runs towards a moving train. The conductor tries to help him, but the zombies bite Yeon-suk and attacks the conductor. However, Yeon-suk escapes. Seok-woo and the girl escape from the herd and catch the moving car. All the zombies in the station run to the car, piling on top of each other. They all get on the train, and so do the zombies. The zombies hold the moving train tightly, and Seok-woo tries to free them and eventually succeed. The three of them look for the conductor, but instead find Yeon-suk half turned in the booth. He manages to open the door. Seok-woo tells him that he is infected, and once he is turned, he will start attacking them. Seok-woo fights him and Seong-kyung takes him down. Yeon-suk grabs Seok-woo and bites him. Seok-woo chains himself to the train and then throws him off. He realizes his bite, so he takes them both in and tells them where the brakes of the train are. Seok-woo tells So-an to stay with Seong-kyung and go to Busan, where it's safe. The scene is also so emotional. Unable to let her go, he frees himself from the grip before she can turn around and exit the taxi, leaving her crying and screaming. As he begins to turn into a zombie, he remembers the day Suan was born and then jumped off the train. Seong-kyung and Suan have to stop and get off the train because the tracks are blocked. They continue on foot through rubble and corpses. The two enter a dark tunnel. The army is on the other side. The sniper targets them, prepares to shoot them, but he can't tell if they are infected. They are ordered to be killed when suddenly Suan starts singing her recital song that he had earlier seen in the beginning of the movie. A soldier reported that they are survivors and the army moves forward to take care of the survivors. This is the thrilling story of Train to Busan. Did you like it? Comment down below and subscribe the channel. Thank you.